We start today with someone very special. Everybody today talks about Emiratization. She does it every day. With her own company ALF, Omaira Farooq Al Olama is focusing on the development of locals through leaders. Every day she is helping Emirates to grow into positions which has been stuffed by expats so far. Today she will show us that this Emiratization process is appealing equally women.
To approach the women here is her aim. Be a voice and not an echo is her subject. On the stage comes Farooq Al Olama.
Good morning, everyone. I know it's Saturday and everybody's really tired and just waking up for the fresh start of the week. I'm very thankful for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you to Dr. and the Berkeley holding group. The topic that I was really excited was when I was reading the title, Balance for Better. And I thought, what does that mean to someone like me, balance for better? And it started in my early careers when I came back to the UAE from the United States. And I thought, how can I serve this country that has done so much for my family and for myself as well? Being an Emirati, it's in my blood, but I never really actually experienced the Emirati life or what UAE had to offer at that point. I arrived back in the UAE in 2001, and I was very excited to see what was in store. I studied criminology in America, and I thought this is going to be something exciting here in the UAE. I was the first Emirati criminologist to start working with the Dubai Health Authority. And we developed a certain program that was completely different than any other type of program. It was about creativity and critical thinking. And a lot of people at that time didn't quite understand the concepts. But today is not about success stories. It's actually about the struggles, understanding how to balance, and how today what I'm doing means more to me than any other success I could talk about. And it started off with me going into work one day and having my boss at that time tell me that the only reason I got a job was because I was a woman. And I thought, that's a very derogatory thing to say. I mean, I have a master's degree, I've worked, I've got experience. Why am I only here because I'm a woman? And one day, it got too much. And so I was crying at my desk. And as many of you women know, when you cry and you're wearing mascara, what happens? You know, it kind of runs down your face. So I was sitting there with my hands over my eyes and I was crying. And a voice in Arabic asked me, "Lesh تصيحين بنتي? Why are you crying, my daughter?" And I look up and in front of me was His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Because as you know, he had an office on the 44th floor in Emirates Towers. And he asked me again. Of course, I was so nervous that I couldn't answer. And his advisors next to him looked at me and said, "You have to answer. The Sheikh has asked you a question. Why are you quiet?" And so I said, I built up the courage and I said, "Well, here goes." I said, "Well, I'm crying because my boss tells me every single day that the only reason I'm here is because I'm a woman." And he looked me in the eye and he said, "So?" I'm not going to argue. So I said, "Yes, okay." And he said, "It's okay that you're here because you're a woman. What else are you going to do?" So I didn't think of it that way. I said, "What's making you so special that maybe today you're here because of your gender, but tomorrow you might be here because of who you are and what you're going to give to the company?" That's what I want you to understand. His words changed my life, not because of the profound ideas that he had, what he was trying to get me to do, but it woke something up inside me and I thought, I have to do more. Once again, it's not about successes, it's about failures. I became a single mother of 3 children under the age of 2 in 2010. Most people around me thought that's the end of the world for me. They said, "Khalas, Omaira, now it's your time to just stay at home. There's nothing more you can do. You've done your job. You have your children. That should be enough." And my grandfather, God rest his soul, before he died, one of the main things he told me was, "Omaira, you have a choice. You have a choice to be like every other woman that gets divorced or widowed and says, no, their life is over, end of story, khalas, I'm going to live with my parents and hide out." He said, "Or you have another choice. You have a choice to be a voice and not just an echo." And then and there, I opened a part of my company that is not well known. A lot of people, if you Google search about ALF administration and what we do, the main focus is training and development of Emirati youth and expat youth who have been born and raised in the UAE. That's our main focus. But it's not the one that I'm most passionate about. The one that I'm passionate about is where we give back to divorced and widowed women from all over the GCC. We get them back into the workforce. We get them back into interview skills. We give them counseling. We give them coaching. We give them mindset training. We also help out for a lot of the rural areas in places where they cannot leave their homes because sometimes family restrictions are there. We give them the option to work from home. We pay them for that. We encourage them. We started off with 10 women. Today we have around 150 women who are not afraid to start over, who are not afraid to take the challenges. So yes, balance for better. It's all about finding your challenges and excelling through it. I'm still learning. Every day my children tell me, "Mama, you're getting old. It's time for you to retire." I said, "Thanks."
I just started.
This is it, you know. Wait, no, don't just tell me yet. I have some few more years left in me. But it's about the legacy you leave behind, right? It's about getting the younger generation to know it's okay to make mistakes. And one of the main things that I always tell my students, and especially my women students, and I say, feminism or this gender that we're talking about doesn't mean excluding our men. We get a lot of good benefits from our men. Our men are one of our biggest supporters. We just have to know how to work together. We have to come over those obstacles. A lot of times, especially people like me who've gone through a lot of things, I tend to put up a wall. After my grandfather passed away, that I understood there's no point for walls. They don't want me to know that. There's no point for walls. There is no point for these kind of things. It's all about getting to know each other. It's all about networking. It's all about the sisterhood, helping people. And I hope to God that all of you, inshallah, continue your successes. And I can't wait to hear more about each and every one of your stories. Thank you so much for having me.